Good morning and welcome to our live stream. We've changed our time to 9 o'clock, and Deb and I haven't even got a chance to talk about this, though. I'm absolutely loving it because normally it was this race for 8 o'clock, and I just never felt quite with it because my morning routine usually is like in between at that point. So I feel very accomplished already for this Monday morning, and it's 9 o'clock. So I just think it's like those little tweaks in life. I thought about this morning. It's sometimes when things aren't working, it's I find for myself, I'll speak for myself. Sometimes I find it's quick to be like, oh, well, then it's not working, I'll scrap it. Or it's like this all or nothing mentality. However, sometimes maybe it's just a little tweak. It's not that the idea isn't working, the goal that you want isn't working. It's just the way of which you're pulling in your rhythms and your routine. It's not flowing with you. It's not aligning. So in the case of this, I'm curious about your perspective, Deb. I found for this, I was struggling. I was like, I don't want to do it at 8 o'clock anymore. I don't feel like I'm showing up. I don't feel like I'm giving myself and honoring myself that time in the morning that is really important to me. So by asking and Deb and I agreeing just to modify time, I feel that it's completely shifted my day. And it's just like one ask, one notice to move and align for my energy. So that's how I'm feeling this morning.
That's interesting that you talk about this because I was thinking about this yesterday. Yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday as I was swimming. And it is those little tweaks. It's like that, but being consistent with it and in more of a way of like, let's say shedding some pounds. Like you don't drop 5 pounds in an instant. It's that consistent little tweaks that you do, whether it's more exercise, moving your body, or whether it's your nutrition. But I don't know. Like you, I was like, it doesn't just happen. It's like those consistent little tweaks that you do to your routine or the consistent little actions that you take. So yeah, I guess in a different way, I was thinking about like a similar theme on consistent action or making small tweaks to, it's getting out and moving. And my boyfriend actually, it's funny because I really wanted to go for a walk the other day and he didn't really want to, but he did. And then he felt better about it. And then yesterday I was like, I don't really feel like going, but he wanted to. So it's like, it's like supporting each other in like just going for like a simple little walk. It seems silly. Like I wasn't feeling it yesterday, but he wanted to. And then I felt better about it. So I'm feeling better about this time change too. Just, me, I'm a bit of a night hawk anyway, but yeah, showing up a little bit differently. I think that's kind of my theme for the week.
Yeah, that they say 1% better. And it's questioning yourself, like, what is the one small thing that you could do for XYZ that would change the mark? So if you know that there's, like, for myself, drinking coffee, once I start in the morning, I find I'm just not the same. So for myself, it was having just one glass of water before coffee and not constraining like times or amounts or anything, just adding 1 cup of water, like full water, into my system made a huge difference in my alertness, being able to process foods and just everything. And I still enjoy my coffee. There are things that I have taken away out of my diet or eliminate, like one sugar or something, because over the course of a year, it's going to be like, imagine like 1 tablespoon of sugar minus, I don't know, you have 2 cups of coffee. Like that's like, even if you have that, if you still enjoy the little bit of sugar, it's super teeny tiny and it manages habits and manages what you're going to do for the long term. And I know I suffer with impatience. So this thought of consistency and, okay, it's going to take time and practice. There's this impatience part of me that is like wanting the result, and falling in love with the journey is been something that's so graceful so loving, and takes a lot of practice on my side. So that's what it's been teaching me. Like, okay, like just ask, just move the energy. And that's what I consider like getting into flow, finding those rhythms, getting into alignment. So that was a huge notice. And I'm feeling just so much more aligned at this point. And it was just for me, like this morning, an hour later.
1 hour, one ask, 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are, 9 a.m. I like 9 a.m.
Can you imagine though, like if you chose to do that with your boss or for your business, if you're a solopreneur, entrepreneur, if that like hour made you so much more productive. And I think that's where flexibility in life should be honored, and body and natural rhythms should be taken into consideration instead of this like punching the clock, performance equals time. Like just really looking at these old social norms that we've like taken on and embodied. Because I know for myself, it's always been like, okay, the grind, like 9 to 5, this is success. And it's just, I know we talk about it, or I see it everywhere for myself, though, like truly embodying it and embracing it without question. And I know for myself as a manager, like as a past manager, if I had the authority from a business to be like, yeah, for sure, like how nice would that be? And I get it. There's always like scheduling or clients and all the things, though. Could it be so easy of just adjusting time?
One little thing,
right?
little thing.
Right. That's
and do you think there's somebody listening right now, sitting there thinking, I know I'm more productive at this time. Can I ask my boss this? Like sitting on the fence, like having an idea of recognizing that they are more productive at a different time, or maybe they're productive like super early in the morning. So could they split their, work schedule, but they haven't asked yet. I think they should go ask. I think they should bring this up in a meeting, or, talk to their boss about it. I think it's an ask. If you recognize that, oh, actually, I'm productive at 7. That's not me, but somebody else might be, and but they haven't asked.
And I think it's questioning that norm, and like, it just an ask, and that's it, unattached to the outcome. However, planting that seed, and I guess some people might not even understand that, like be so aware of like, oh, this for them, then they might be suffering too.
Yeah,
it's I don't know.
I think we're onto something. all these bosses are going to be calling us like, what did you do?
That's my schedule, man. No, we're transforming your life. Okay.
So what's going on this week? What's your word of the week?
What a great question. I feel like this week is going to be changes. I've pulled that card twice, last night, and then this morning when I was shuffling on my deck, it like literally flew out at me again. Changes. Whatever that means, like there's changes happening, changes of energy, changes of, I don't know, direction.
We have a full moon this week.
Tuesday, the 1st. Today's the 31st.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Changes are happening. It's and I think a positive way, like embracing change for it to bring in just new energy.
I like that.
How about you?
I think for me, kind of in light of the full moon, which is letting go of stuff. I've had this big bin that I keep contributing to, like literally every time I go to my closet, I'm taking something out. And I was really reflecting on this. Like I've been divorced almost 12 years. And I think I have a couple of pairs of shorts that I had when I was married. So it's time to go. Like some of this has just got to go. So I think for me, it's really purging, letting go. And like you say, like creating new energy or allowing for some new energy to come in. And even last night, I was kind of sitting in my kitchen, kind of looking around. I'm like, I feel like I want to like reorganize this room somehow. Just like you say, little tweaks, just to allow some new, fresh energy in. So I think that's my word of the week. Organization, purging, getting rid of stuff, cutting back, even like cutting back my gardens. Like when I'm like, this is fully encompassing every area of my house.
Constantly cleaning.
Yeah.
Minimalist at its finest.
That's right. Purge.
Hi. And thank you for all the service that you've rendered in my life.
That's right. Well, I hope that if you need to get into a more flow state, or you have an ask that you haven't asked at work, that you bring that up this week. I feel like that's a good solid small action to take.
Comment and let us know. Like it's pretty cool. Like I had some feedback the other day. It was something that someone did, and it was just really nice to be like, oh yeah, if you're listening, if you do some little things, it's great to kind of know like where you're at, what was helpful, so we can continue to dive deeper into topics or keep on challenging you.
1% better. 1% better this week. Anyway, I hope everybody has an amazing start to your week. Make sure you check us out on Thursday for another episode of Connected Conversations. We will not be here on Monday as we are going into another long weekend. Can you believe it's August? Oh my gosh. So enjoy your long weekend. Catch us on Thursday. Please like, subscribe, and share, and be sure to comment so we know that you are loving what we're saying, or if there's something that you want to hear.